Well, good morning. Today is Thursday, January 21st, 2021, and welcome back to my morning show. Well, the Colts, they still don't know who their starting quarterback is going to be in the 2021 season, but we know one person who it is not going to be. Phillip Rivers yesterday officially announced that he was retiring from the NFL after 17 years. 16 years of that with the Chargers, and obviously his last year with the Colts. I was just kind of thinking to myself, yesterday when he announced this, I kind of chuckled to myself. I was like, man, for so many years I hated Phillip Rivers, like with a passion. Those years that the Chargers would knock the Colts out in the playoffs, and I just remember having so much resentment for Rivers. And then he came to the Colts this past season, and I had mixed feelings. Like, man, how am I going to cheer for this guy that I absolutely hated for so long? But he came in, he was a real leader, and he played winning football for the Colts, and he earned my respect, and I'm sure he earned a lot of respect of Colts fans around the nation. Heck of a career for Rivers. Like I said, 17 years, never once missed a start. The guy was a football genius. I just saw a tweet from J.J. Watt yesterday talking about when they had lined up against him one time, and he pointed to a linebacker and told the linebacker on the opposing team that he was lined up wrong. And J.J. Watt said that Rivers was right. He was lined up in the wrong spot. That's just how smart this guy was. He could tell you what the defense was going to do before they do it, and that's what makes a great quarterback in the NFL. Uh, like I said, there's just so much you could say about Phillip Rivers. Awesome guy, awesome football player, awesome quarterback. In my mind, hands down a Hall of Fame career, despite not ever getting a Vince Lombardi. So, on behalf of myself and a lot of Colts Nation, thank you, Phillip, not just for your one season with the Colts, but being able to watch you for the last 17 years has been truly enjoyable, and we hope or wish nothing but the best for you in your future. But now, on the Colts side of the ball, you once again you got to wonder, okay, now what's the deal? It wasn't a sure thing that Rivers was going to come back, but that was one of the options, and in many people, that was one of the leading options. That would have been the easiest, right? Bring back Rivers, who's already got the playbook memorized. He's already built momentum getting this team into the playoffs, but now that option's off the table. So, what do you do? Like, there's been plenty of stuff thrown out there. Carson Wentz, Matthew Stafford, Sam Darnold, Dak Prescott, start Jacob Eason, look for somebody in the draft. And there's one that's not really getting talked about a lot, but it's something that Ballard had said during his press conference that kind of jumped out to me. I wouldn't completely count out Jacoby Brissett as having a chance to not only come back but compete for the starting job. Not saying that would happen. Not saying that's what I want to happen. Not saying that would be the best case scenario. But go back to Chris Ballard's press conference just a few days ago, and Ballard said, flat out, don't count out Jacoby Brissett. They still have a lot of belief in him. Sure, maybe that was just Ballard blowing smoke. Maybe it was Ballard, trying to help Jacoby get a contract somewhere else. But there might be something behind that. We just don't know. And going into this offseason, so many options, and I'm just excited to see how the Colts handle this and what they decide to do with their quarterback position. Yesterday, the Pacers began their 4-game homestand against the Dallas Mavericks, and they fell to the Dallas Mavericks by a score of 124 to 112. I mean, the Pacers were in it almost the whole game. I mean, for the Pacers, they were only down by one after 3 quarters. They had held Luka Doncic in check for the most part, scoring-wise. Luka finished with only 13 points, but he was still able to contribute otherwise. He tallied 12 rebounds and 12 assists, so he finished with a triple-double. But the glaring hole on the defense for the Pacers was missing Miles Turner. Miles Turner has been such a force down in the paint area, averaging 4.5 blocks a season. And the Mavericks, they just took advantage of that. Kristaps Porzingis, he scored a season high of 27 points yesterday, and he even acknowledged in the post-game press conference that there was a lot of good looks and a lot of layups. And you got to think that some of those layups wouldn't have been there had it not been for Miles Turner being out. For the Pacers, Malcolm Brogdon, 26 points, 5 assists. Domantas Sabonis, 25 points, 10 rebounds. That is 14 double-doubles for Sabonis on the season out of 14 games played. And then Jeremy Lamb made his long-anticipated return after suffering that horrific injury back in February of 2020. He finished with 10 points in 19 minutes. Pacers fall to 8-6 on the season, and they will host the Orlando Magic on Friday. Now switching to today, IU's got a tough game at number 4 Iowa, and to put it frankly, IU's defense has to show up. The last 3 games they've allowed about 80 points per game, and that's not going to work going to Iowa. Iowa's got the number 1 scoring offense in the Big Ten. They average just over 90 points a game, and they're of course led by Luka Garza, who is the Big Ten's leading scorer at 27 points a game. And IU, it's been rough. They've lost 4 of their last 7 games, and they really need something to turn their season around. And if they can go into a number 4 ranked Iowa's arena and knock them off, not only would that put you back into the tournament discussions, a win like that could really turn a season around and get a team, gaining momentum going into that tournament. It's a big game for IU. It's a tall task, and it's going to take every bit of effort they have, particularly on the defensive side of the ball. But it should be a fun one to watch. That game can be seen at 9 o'clock on Fox Sports 1. Well, guys, that's pretty much all I have for you today. Thanks for watching. Like always, I hope you have a wonderful and blessed day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.